yelling. But here's the deal. No amount of skill can fix a bad attitude. If you got a bad attitude, I don't care if Andy Elliott had the most suave words to say. He can lyrical, he's like a silver-tongued devil. If he had a bad attitude when he was speaking, let me ask you, would he close deals? Would people believe in him? No, of course not. So it's not about just the mouthpiece that you got with you. It's, hey, what's connected to it? Where's the belief at? Where's the smile at? The energy at? Which we're going to get into all of this, okay? So you got to remember something, guys. I don't care what you sell. It does not matter to me. It does not matter to me. Say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Say it a little bit louder. It doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter what you do for what it is that you do, but you do it for a living. It's your job to give your client an experience, okay? It's their job to get their life changed and life impacted. I see a lot of companies, man, like solar and all these other industries. Hey, how many times can you put a roof on somebody's house? Maybe once every 10, 15 years? Yes? The deal is I see people turning and burning, smashing and grabbing when it comes to these markets. And then guess what? They give a client a bad experience, and then 10 years later when they got a hole in the roof, they expect, oh man, I want him to do business with me again. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The experience, if you want repeat, you want referrals, and you want additional business, you might sell everybody in your market, cool. But where's the client retention? Where's the money really made? They say, oh, fortune's in the follow-up. It absolutely is. But the fortune's in the referrals in the market that you get to smash and grab and take more of. Because when you're the best in the world at what you do people talk about it, yes or no? Yes. Yes, they do. I want to be talked about. I don't care if you love me. I don't care if you hate me. Indifference is disgusting to me. Because if you love me or if you hate me, you still talk about me. Hey, go think about somebody that you don't like in the marketplace. You probably go tell your buddy, man, look at this video this guy posted. Andy's biggest video was six-pack or you're fired. Everybody was like, I can't believe it forced his team to do that. And I'm just like, bro, what are you talking about? Post it again. Because I'm going to tell you what, if you hate me, you might show the video to my boy Mauricio over here, and he's going to go, man, I kind of like that mentality. Next thing you know, he clicks that link in my bio. Boop, buy something. Hate me, talk about me, but don't be indifferent. So I'm going to tell you this, you do this for a living. It's your job to give them an experience. They might not come for the experience on the top of their mind, but subconsciously, that's what they're there for. You ever heard of the gut feeling? The gut feeling is the experience that you're giving them. So Jim Rohn, he has one of the greatest quotes. It says, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for fewer problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge, wish for more wisdom. Everybody's asking, man, I wish my life was, oh man, I wish it was a little bit easier. Man, you know what? You want to live life on easy street where it's already been paved and walked on by many men before you? I'm good. I'm a trailblazer because I'm going to tell you this. Who here wants a big industry? Raise your hand. Who wants to be the biggest in the game? Come on, make some noise if you do, though. Because I'm going to tell you this, man. If you're wishing for it to be easier, somebody out there like Andy or myself is going to give me some challenges. Because experience, okay, wisdom is just experience distilled down into actionable information, okay? You have to experience the hard stuff to be wise. I get many people saying to me, hey, Jacob, you're wise beyond your years. I'm like, yeah, because I've been through some stuff. And I'm not going to stick to this point for too long because I'm not all about the sob stories, banging a victim drum for you to dance a tune to. But man, I was 12 years old. I keep this tattooed on me. It's 4/10/2013. I watched my father get murdered. Cool. Who cares? Who cares? Because at the end of the day, when you put your head on your pillow, are you thinking about my problems or yours? You're thinking about yours, and I'm thinking about mine. But guess what? The experiences that we all have and the experiences we all share is the wisdom that you're going to carry and pass on to somebody else in your team. You want to be real leaders? Yes or no? Yes. You want to be a real leader, you got to go out here and go experience some problems. You got to experience some wins, and I'm totally okay with both of them. I want all of it. I want to be when I die and I'm like 85, whatever it might be, man. They're going to be like, dude, Jacob lived like 3 lives, man. I'm like, yes, I did. Yes, I did. But for right now, I'm 6 feet up above ground and vertical. Is there anything to complain about? Nope. Let's go get more. Let's go get more. So there's 3 reasons why salesmen fail and they go out of business. Number 1 is sales. It's a lack of activity. Man, I see this all the time. You see a cat, he go make $250,000. Next thing you know, dude, you can't beg the guy to get on the phone and make a sales call. It's like, bro, it's October. We got November and December. Come on, get on the phone. Have some tenacity. So I see people, they get lazy. They have a lack of that activity. Number 2 is they have a lack of talent or personal development. You see somebody born naturally talented, but they don't start on the team. You ever see a sales guy with a silver tongue but he ain't making no money? You ever see a business owner who just tapped into a market, solved the problem before anybody else did, but he doesn't dominate it? Because I'm going to tell you this, you might have some talent, but I'm going to tell you, you got to personally develop. You got to become better yourself, because that person with no talent who thinks about personal development every single day, they will surpass you, my friend. They will surpass you, and there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Because you fell asleep at the wheel, you let somebody else drive, next thing you know, you wake up, you in the passenger seat, you look over to your left, it's Big Daddy Jacob driving. And I'm going to drive it like I stole it, man. I'm leaning back like 4 flats in a Cadillac, son. This thing is mine, boy. So guess what? Number 3 is your sales foundation. It's a lack of systems, values, or skills. Hey, are you here right now? Are you in the right room? Do you feel like you're in the right room? So I'm going to tell you this, it ain't the lack of values, because y'all value personal development. Are you going to be in front of the greatest trainer in the world? Yeah. Great, so it can't be skills, okay? The only thing it's going to be is your systems and the way that you think and operate up here. Because I think a lot of people out here, they struggle with this beautiful thing, which we call the brain, okay? There's people like, man, I can't be rich. Did you just yawn on me, my friend? Don't do that again. I got eyes in the back of my head and off to the side, dude. I'm like a horse. I can see 180 degrees, man. I'm crazy with it. But the deal is, hey, you're in the right room in the right place at the right time. The only thing that's going to stop you from being great is you and the thoughts that you carry with you. Everything else doesn't matter. Everything else doesn't matter. I don't care. So you know what? There's the qualities of the pros. Write this down. You better be ready to go take some pictures of my slides, because I'm moving quick, boy. They call me the Flash, the verbal villain, the freaking whatever the hell you want to call me, but I talk quick, son. I move quick because I don't have a lot of time to give everything off of this old brain into yours. Okay? But the deal is you got to have awareness, energy, confidence, heart, certainty, smile, authority, problem-solving attitude, and having a little bit of fun, man. Hey, I'm going to do my little dancey dance when I'm up here. I'm going to have a good time. And y'all better start laughing and start cracking some jokes, because comedy is the way to build the fastest bit of rapport. But I'm going to tell you this. When it comes to awareness, when it comes to knowing where am I at in the deal, where is my client going, what kind of objection could they possibly give me? If I'm out there selling life insurance, okay, I'm talking to the husband, who might he need to talk to as well? The wifey! Well, guess what? I'm like, hey, man, where's the missus? Oh, she's at work. Well, hey, man, before I go talking about any type of policies and what it's going to cost and what it's going to do for your family, I want to make sure that both parties are there. Because last time I checked, she's the beneficiary, is she not? Great. Imagine if something did happen and she didn't know how to take care of the family after everything happened. Probably a pretty bad day, right? Yeah, I don't want to play like that. We're the pros. When can the wife meet with us? Because I'm not letting you get a policy without you guys both knowing what you're doing. Have a little bit of awareness. Some of that energy, that confidence. Listen, I like confidence. You guys ever hear that Deion Sanders thing? He's like, man, what's that cologne you got on? Man, that's the smell of confidence. Man, what's that suit you wearing? Man, that's threaded with confidence. Y'all say it with me. Confidence. Because, hey, all my married people in the room, stand up. Now, hey, clap them up. Clap them up. Hey, clap them up. Because here's what I love, is that number one, you had to have the confidence to ask somebody to do the rest of life with you. You did the ultimate close, which is close the person you're going to do the rest of life with. Y'all can sit down. Okay? But you got to have that little bit of confidence to go do it. You got to have the confidence to think to yourself, hey, this person thinks I'm valuable enough to do the rest of life with. That's the biggest close you could possibly make. But I'm going to tell you this, all my single fellas, and all my single ladies, come on. Y'all better start. I'm watching y'all, okay? But all my single people, number one, I'm single, no girlfriend, no kids. I'm married to the game, but don't wear a ring with it, okay? So the deal is this, man. I like thinking about confidence in sales like this, okay? Let's say me. I'm a strong 6 on a good day after getting out of the gym and I got my suit on. Naturally, your boy's a 4. I had to get these teeth done, son. But I'm going to tell you this, okay? I think of confidence. Imagine you're a single guy, you're 24, you're pretty affluent, you do a good bit of life, you hit the gym, you got some morals. You got things in life and everything's correct. But then you hop up out the gym, man, and then you see this beautiful Cuban missus, okay? If you don't have confidence, are you going to go up and go talk to her? No. Nah, you can go, oh my God, she's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And then she gone. But if you got that confidence, you're going to walk up to her and be like, buenos dias, mamacita. Perra bien, come on. Vámonos. And she's going to be like, oh, come on. Because you got to have a little bit of confidence. I don't speak Spanish. I just know a couple of things, you know. Hey, mi español es muy malo, para mí estudiar, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying, man. I'm trying, man. I'm giving everything that I got. I'm trying to be bilingual because the woman I'm going to marry, I already called my shot, man. She's going to be Cuban. I'm having about 5, 6 kids because I'm the only male Hagerman alive. I'm the only Hagerman that is a male alive. If I don't have me a son, man, my name dies with me. Y'all want to talk about being bloodline breakers? I'm a bloodline maker. Y'all want to talk about being bloodline breakers? I'm a bloodline taker, dude. I'm going to destroy some people who get in my way. I pray to God that whoever it is decide to go against the Elliott Army, man. I really hope that you got something set aside for the rest of your family, man, because I'm going to take away your Christmas. I love you to death. And I'm sorry, but you know what? You went up against the wrong people. Because too many people on the same mission with the same energy and intensity, who can beat them? Are you guys Elliott Army? Hey, that didn't sound good enough. Are y'all guys Elliott Army? Yeah, absolutely. You guys are Elliott Army with us. And so guess what? People outside this room who thought they were too cool to be up in it, we're going to take away some Christmases. Come on. Talk about total domination. But authority, problem-solving attitude, fun, man. I'm going to stick on just this problem-solving part because I get on the phone with people sometime, and I've also been on the phone trying to buy something, and I'm like, hey, man, it just doesn't work at that time. They're like, oh, okay, click. And I hear boop, boop, boop. On my phone, I'm like, what? What? And like, they know I work for Andy, so they already know I'm going to call them right back and be like, all right, son, I'm going to give you a 5-minute coaching call. Because like I can't stand it. But you know what? Hey, I treat sales like I'm a doctor. When I go ahead and I give you a subscription, a prescription, I subscribe you to something, at the end of the day, I immediately know, hey, listen, this is what's going to solve your problem. But if the client doesn't, it's no big deal. Because let me ask you, do sometimes the client maybe need to start with something else? So that way they can get ingratiated in the culture, into the training. Maybe it's a client out there that you're selling for life insurance. Maybe you sell him a little bit of a smaller policy and then upgrade him a year later when he has some trust with you. At the end of the day, sometimes I hear people get told no, and then what they do is they don't pivot and try to go for maybe something else. Maybe be like, hey, what about this right now in this point in time in your life when you reached out to us, you were motivated to make a decision? What about everything right now after I just showed you this makes you go, hey, I need to hold off on it? Because you were motivated at one point to solve a problem. Then you get the solution, then we back away. What was it? What was it? Now, hey, guess what? They're trying to run out the exit, and I'm like, come here, buddy. You're back in the sale. Come on. Don't you dare answer that question because I'm back in there. I want to think of everything like a visual human being because you know what? Maya Angelou, she dropped this greatest quote ever, and I think all salespeople need to write this down because if you want to dominate in business, what's going to happen is you have to give people good feelings and experiences when they do business with you, yes or no? Yes. I need to see it a little bit louder. Yes or no? There we go. It says, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people forget what you did, but people will never forget the way that you made them feel. I'm all about putting people in the best state possible, whether it's I'm pitching a client, I'm coaching a client, I might be walking by somebody else's client, I want to make them feel good. Because when the tide rises, so do what all the ships. They go up as well. And so I'm an abundance thinker, okay? I think anybody who's on this collaborative mission of dominating and becoming the best in their industries, I think that if I had everything on my plate, Andy had everything on his, and y'all had everything on your plate, there's still more for people to eat. There's so much that's out there. And if you don't think so, then there's your number one problem. You can get up out of here. I just solved your problem. Let's go make some money, okay? And so continue on. Why do people buy? Why do people finally make buying decisions? Okay? Because sales is not about just convincing someone to buy your product. It's about positioning and selling what's valuable to them. Hey, let me ask you this. If a dude calls you, he's got a wife and 3 kids, and he's like, hey man, dude, you wouldn't believe it, but my ceiling is dripping water on my face when I sleep. Number one, what's his problem? They can't sleep. But what's the bigger problem?
Wife and kids can't sleep.
Not even that. Not even the fact that they can't sleep. I'm going to tell you this. Not even that. Let's think bigger. The next big storm that comes through, roof collapses, what happens to his family? People make buying decisions and from the experience you give them and the absolvement of risk. Listen, I'm a DIY kind of guy. I'll do it myself. I'm totally cool. But if I got something that if I do it, the risk is higher than the money I'm going to give you, I'm going with you every single time. So what I want you to start thinking about in your sales brain, because raise your hand if you sell something. Okay, everybody in this room sells something. Think about your product. Give me a product. Somebody give me a product. You sell Christmas lights. What's the assumption of risk if somebody does business with you versus anybody else? Or just doing it themselves? Not even the fact that it's going to look horrible. Guess what, bro? You fall off the roof, son. What else? Give me another one. Furniture. You go build it yourself? Give me another one. Solar. Hey, guess what? They raised the rates 3 times as much. You can't afford to go, number one, live anywhere else. Number two, you can't go without electricity. What's the big risk there? Oh, there we go. The absorbment of risk. Everybody's like, man, what's going on with all the insurance spaces? I think of it like this. California right now, they're going through some wildfires. Hey, pray to them, man. Pray to them. But guess what? The people out there, some people couldn't afford the insurance for fire claims. And so let's say you had a $25 million house in the Palisades. You big baller, but really you got a big house but a little bank. But what happens is then your house gets destroyed by the fire. Do you have the money to fix it? No. The insurance goes, hey, man, we got this on this one claim that you could actually afford. Here's $3 million. Cover the other 25 yourself. Yeah, come up with $25 million to rebuild the house. Then you got to go find somewhere else to live, rent for 3 years. And then guess what? Then you're finally back to where you started, but you're a couple $1 million less in the bank. The deal is everything in every sale that we've got going on, there's a risk that's going to happen if they either don't do it or if they do it. Give me another industry. What's that? HVAC. Well, guess what? Hey, maybe you're trying to go in there, go make a maintenance sale. You're trying to upsell somebody's, whatever it might be. Give me a product that you have. Your purifier for water? For HVAC? Air purifier. Well, hey, listen, at the end of the day, you can keep on with the air that's in the house right now, but let me ask you this. You got little kids running around, don't you? Aren't little kids more susceptible to disease and all the other stuff and the bacteria in the air? Hey, let me ask you this. You work hard for your money. You try to show up to your job as much as humanly possible. If the kids are sick, what do you got to get? Either not go to work or get a nanny, am I right? Or even worse, you got to go take them to the doctor. Hey, would a small expense up front cover the rest of the time that you're going to be living in this house and never have to do that? Hey, is the juice worth the squeeze to get your kid the best air possible? Great. So then why wouldn't we? So there's W. Clement Stone. Come on. We still rolling, man. Save the applause. Because sales are contingent upon the attitude of the salesman, not the attitude of the prospect. Hey, listen, I get somebody on the phone who's like, hello. What up, man? Dude, I can get greetings and salutations, person. Bro, I don't care. I don't care how you feel because the way I feel is going to override any other objections or problems that's going on in this year. Right up in here. And I truly believe that every single objection that we deal with has a way to get through the answer. It's just that some people in this world don't have the attitude towards finding the solution. There's people out here who's got these leashes and these rules, which I'll cover in just a little bit. Don't let me forget. Say leashes and rules. Don't let me forget. Because persistence beats resistance. Who's heard this before in their life? Put your hand up. Okay? Hey, listen. Some people, they want to be like, they want to go knock on the door twice. They didn't answer, boss. What, bro? You home? And they're going to be like, oh my God, the feds are here. No, ma'am, I'm just here to sell you a security system so it doesn't happen again. Okay, persistence beats resistance. None of y'all do that, okay? Because I'm not going to jail for y'all. Hey, Jacqueline, you got my bail money? Hey, if Jacqueline Elliott's got my bail money, hey, listen, I'm cool. Hey, Chad, you got my bail money? Come on, baby, that's what I like to see. So, hey, listen, the biggest cause of lost sales isn't just saying the wrong thing anymore, guys. It's not about just saying the wrong thing. It's about mostly having nothing to say. What do you sell?
Christmas lights.
Christmas lights, what do you sell?
Detailing.
Detailing? Hey, I already have a detailer. Go. Stand up. No, you don't need to get him a mic. Just face them. Hey, you're trying to sell me on a detail package. Is it ceramic coating?
No.
Or just normal washes?
I do
Fleet and commercial? Okay, listen, man, no big deal. I appreciate you, but I already have a detailer.
Most of my past clients, what they use is an actual in-house detailer. What I do and I can do is I'm mobile, so I have a generator.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, but they're mobile too. See? That right there. That right there, we might know. You can sit down. Hey, clap him up, by the way. Hey, my man. Good job. I'm going to put my foot right here so I can give this kid some freaking solid knuckles, son. Because I'm going to tell you this. When you get called out at random, if you're not prepared, dude, your heart is going out the back end quickly, son. It does not feel good. The blood is like rushing to your head. You're freaking out. You're like, I don't even know how to speak English no more. Guess what? My first time speaking on stage was in front of Darren Dortch, Toyota Dallas, one of the biggest Toyota stores in the Southwest. Andy calls me the night before and goes, I need you to know every single objection in the automotive space. We're leaving tomorrow at 9 a.m. Sir? Hey, yeah, dude, I already booked your flight, bro. So, see you at the airport. We fly out there, and we're 5 minutes into training, and there's like 170 people in this room, and Andy goes, all right, teach them objections. Walks out the room, man! I'm sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm screwed, man. Jeez. What? You guys ever heard the term bad news bears? Yeah, this was like even worse. It was not fun. Because I'm going to tell you this, man. The best sales pros are resourceful and creative when it comes to going for a close, okay? So imagine you came up to that business owner, hey man, I totally get it, but let me ask you a quick question. How many times are you having to wait for a car to get detailed that you know you need to ship out on fleet the next day and then the guy can't come for the day after? How many times does that happen in your business? Do people have busy schedules? Absolutely. Listen, what would it be worth to you to have a Johnny on the spot that would drop anything, any client for you at any time? What would that be worth to you? Hey, does your guy currently now do it? Oh, well, hey, listen, I think the juice is worth the squeeze to pay a premium for somebody who cares a little bit more, don't you think? Right. And at the end of the day, it's a business write-off. Why don't you have somebody who's the primary guy who can take care of any type of problem that you currently have with not just you, but your friends in any single car that you can give us? But then if we do get backed up because you're so busy making so much money, what's it to you to have a secondary? Okay? When you're told no, are you digging deeper to find an answer? I see a lot of people just get told no, and then they just sit there, and they try to think of a response. They're like, oh man, I gotta say something that's like sexy. I gotta say some silver tongue devil stuff, man. No, you don't. Sometimes you just gotta find out what the real problem is. Some dude's like, man, I just gotta think about it. Man, I just gotta think about it. Sometimes we don't even go like, we're like, well, what do you gotta think about? And we're just like, Jesus, come on, son. It's like, okay, listen, digging deeper isn't just going, well, what do you gotta think about, John? Okay, because they're gonna be like, yeah, I just gotta think about it, buddy. I'll talk to you later. At the end of the day, you just be like, hey man, no big deal. Listen, here's what I wanna be able to do. Let's schedule a time for 2 weeks from later. I'm gonna go send you an email. I'm gonna send you over a text, but in the time of now and 2 weeks later, do you wanna make an informed decision or an uneducated decision? What would you like to do? Educated. So what part about the process of us signing up as a detail company for you is going to be the most valuable to talk about your partners? Is it about the deliverability, how long we can do it, when we can show up, or the pricing? Pricing for you. I'm back in there! He's like, man, it's that pricing. I'm like, yeah, okay. Now I know what the real objection is. It's not that he needs to think about it. Hey, do people have a hard time saying no nowadays? Yes, people struggle with making decisions and saying no. So if I can help pull that out of you, guess what? You're just more lethal as a salesperson. I want you guys to think of yourself as wordsmiths. If you're a leader, do you sell people a dream to come work with your company? Yes. If you're a salesperson, do you sell a product or a service? Yes. Everybody's a salesperson, and if you don't believe that, the no. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you this, man. I like people that are prepared. I like people that are showing up ready to get up after it. Because there's only so many objections and friction points that can happen in your business. What objections do you have? What are they? What's the top 10? Is it price? Is it payment? Is it, oh man, it's the time to installation? It's, oh my goodness, well, I'm not, I'm 25 and I'm super young and having life insurance now doesn't make any sense. What is your top 10 objections? And I simply want to ask people, if you've been in your game for more than 2 years, everybody say 2 years.
2 years.
Say it like you mean it.
2 years.
If you've been in your game for 2 years and you don't know your top objections and where your friction points are in your business and you don't know how to handle them, say shame on you. Shame on you. Say it a little bit louder for the people in the back. Because I'm going to tell you this, are objections changing? What? No, they're having the same problems. Maybe if you're selling a car, they're like, the interest rate's a little bit higher. Oh, come on, son, let's go. Well, I'm walking into finance. Like, but I haven't signed yet. And I'm like, yeah, but you will, don't worry. I already know it. That's an easy one, okay? Like, hey, Mr. Customer, you're gonna have to, hey, give me something a little bit harder, please, okay? I don't want you to buy right now. Give me like 10 minutes, okay? I got a car in detail for you. But the deal is what are the top 10 that you're having in your industry? My question is how studied and how prepared are you? Because last time I checked, a trained salesperson will be an untrained salesperson every single time. And if some of y'all been in your game and you're owners, if you're owners and you haven't committed to mastery, say commit to mastery. If you're an owner in this building and you haven't committed to mastery of your craft and you expect your team to push results that you never got or maybe one time did, okay, Uncle Rico, here's the football. Throw it over the mountain once again. I'm done. I'm simply going to tell you what. The best leaders, the best salespeople, the best managers are those that can get back on the front lines and show you how it's done. The thing I love about Andy, the reason why none of y'all, one of y'all can say, Jacob, I'll pay you $10 million on salary guaranteed for the next 20 years. And I'm going to tell you that you can go shove that check where the sun don't shine and the God don't talk about. Okay? No big deal. Kick you out of here. You're gone. Because I'm going to tell you this, man. I've never met a leader that will get on the front lines like Andy will and will prove me wrong every single time. There's been times I'm like, hey, Andy, dude, this guy, dude, I've tried for like 3 weeks. He's good. Hand Andy the phone. 10 minutes later, they cut it up. Andy's like, oh, yeah, here's the wire details. I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, what did he say that I didn't? That's what I'm trying to learn. I'm a student of the game. I'm a little bit crazy. I'm a little bit obsessed. But I'm going to tell you this. What were those? What did I tell you to say? Leashes and rules. I want everybody, before you get out of this room, you need to go grab this book, go scan that QR code, go to Amazon and buy it. Because salespeople and business owners, we got these leashes and rules that are predetermined by us, by this little silly thing called the brain, that guess what? They're like, oh, well, one of my rules is after 3 attempts, I mark the lead dead. And I'm like, bro, what? I'll call you 50 times, get a restraining order, call the police, get SWAT to grab my phone and throw me in a jail. And my first phone call, the only one that I get, is not to my mama, but it's to you. Hey, this is Maricopa County Jail calling from a collect call. Press 1 to receive. What up, big dog? Hey, man. You wouldn't believe it, but I'm in jail right now, son. Hey, I kind of need not only some bail money, but I also need you to say yes to this, man. I sent over bank details 2 weeks ago, son. I just wanted to make sure your phone didn't get lost somewhere, man. Did you ship it off somewhere? That's crazy. I'm doing it all, man. I'm a little bit obsessed. I'm crazy. And if anybody of you has ever been a client of mine, you know that I will call you 4,000 times. I have no care. Because you know what? Let me ask you this, man. If I had the cure for cancer, okay, and I know this is a little bit extreme, but the best analogies are the ones that are derivatives of the extremes. If I had the cure for cancer and you were a doctor and I said, hey man, here's a cure for it, and you told me no, I'm punching you in the face. I'm sorry. It's a good cause. Do y'all believe in your product like that? Yeah. I didn't hear anything, nor did I see people shaking heads like bobbleheads in an earthquake. Son, I need you doing this and saying yes. Okay, because that's going to be the difference maker between those who want to go make more money than they know what to do with, and then those that will be flash in the pants successes. You were cool for a season, bro. Man, that's so cool. Oh, man, you're so cool, dude. 5 years later, we're like, man, what was that guy's name? Do you still follow him? John, do you still follow that guy? And he's like, no, I think he deactivated his account. And I'm like, damn, he's too cool for social media now. Next thing you know, you find out the guy went bankrupt and everything like that, gave up on his mission. Because you know what? I see cool people go out of business all the time. But leashes and rules, you need to cut them. Your leashes that hold you back, and everybody here that's in my arm ring, okay? These leashes that you predetermined set on yourself are the reason why your business isn't growing. Because you're going to learn the skill set. You're going to learn how to overcome some objections, build a brand. But I'm going to tell you this. At the end of the day, okay, the perfection is the enemy to profitability. Some of y'all are throwing the e-brake on when you learn some new information. Maybe it's from Andy, from Evan, from Ian, from me, from Brendan. And what you're saying and thinking to yourself is, well, I got to go home and perfect it before I try it. And then guess what? Failure to launch. Don't you yawn on me now. I seen it. I'm watching you. Hey, all right, I see them all. Yeah, you guys cannot slip by me, okay? I am like Alcatraz, but the real prison, okay? Like Andy's Alcatraz, the verbal, I am the real prison. I will see you and lock you up. Because the deal is this, man. Some of y'all got this e-brake pulled on your business. You hear something new, you're like, man, oh, dude, that would change my life. But then you get back home and then this old brain goes, but that's not what we do, Mauricio. We do it this way. We don't overcome objections like this. We do it this way. But then guess what, dude? You're sitting back here 3 months later, 4 months later, you're like, I'm like, hey, dude, what changed in your business? You're like, well, nothing really. And I'm like, did you learn nothing? No, man, I learned a lot. Oh my God, like, dude, it was so crazy. It was like putting my mouth on a fire hydrant. But you did nothing with it. And that's the reason why I see people come back here and they're the same or worse than when I originally saw them, okay? Because you have to think and act like there's somebody in your same industry that knows your weak points and they are not afraid to expose them. Who knows who Mark Cuban is? Come on, put some hands up. Who did he buy? The Mavericks. A guy with $1 billion in the bank, okay? Big B's in the bank. He buys his basketball team. What do they not have? Can anybody know the story? They didn't have season ticket holders. So a guy who's got more money than probably most people in this room, if not everybody, he goes, oh, we have no season ticket holders? All right, cool. Let me go grab a phone book. Starts calling clients and starts offering them the season tickets. Because you know what? For him, it's not about the money. It's simply about, listen, I bought this business. I want to see it win, and I am obsessed with success. And there's not going to be no amount of money in my bank account that's going to make me go, oh, I have a full plate, but I'm full. Man, I hate it when people got a full plate and they're complaining. I'm like, dude, why are you complaining that you have so much to do? Your goal was to eat and you're getting fed, son. And so you know what? We get these guys, man, they make a couple $100,000. Then they think they're too cool for school. Man, I'm not calling those leads. Yes, you are, son. Otherwise, I'm going to show you what it looks like to be carabinered to a rocket ship out of here. It'll be the fastest you've ever gone in your life, son. NFL. I'm kicking it on 99 yards because I'm not putting it in the end zone, okay? Some people need to get off the X in their life and in their business because you're hanging around too long. You got too much of the right information at the right time for the exposure of you and your business, but you're too afraid to act and change and move. But as a salesperson, as a business leader, you're going to hear something here in these next day and a half, and that right there, you're going to write it down. Everybody, look at your pen and papers right now. You're going to write something down this weekend. Everybody, look at them. Participation. Look at your pen and papers. Okay, look at them. Don't look at me. Look at your papers. Don't look at me. Look at your papers. You guys are going to write something down that's going to completely change your business, okay? And so guess what? You put it on there for a reason. When you get out of here, go do something with it. And stop being like everybody else in the rest of the world. Please stop. Can everybody say unsubscribe? Unsubscribe from everything in your life that brought you here in the first place and made you feel helpless, made you feel like your business wasn't going to be successful, made you feel like you were on your last hope, made you feel like, oh man, we can't make that type of money. Well, guess what? Just simply unsubscribe from it and take the belief of the Elliott Group. Because at the end of the day, there's only one thing that you're going to walk with you every single day, every single night, every single waking moment of your day. This beautiful thing. I don't know what's going through your head. You might hate me. I'm totally cool, baby. I'm still up here. I want you guys to think about that with your business. They might hate you. Good, let them talk. Because that conversation turns into a paycheck, that's a commission, baby. Come on. It all spends the same, whether it was with a fan or somebody who hated me. Can anybody argue that? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get loud. Okay, everybody say get loud. Get loud. Say it louder. Get loud. We're going to get crazy. Get crazy. And we're going to unsubscribe from what doesn't serve me. Love you guys. You guys keep going crazy, but I'm just going to roll through this because you know what? Speed and timing. I just showed you what it looked like. Real time, son. Come on. Hey, everybody, pull out your phone right now. Pull out your phone. Pull out your phone. I better see it. I better see it. Pull out your phone, son. Do you not have one? Yeah, bull crap. Hey, somebody help him make a commission check so we can get him an iPhone, man. He's struggling. But pull out your phone. Scan that QR code because here's the deal, guys. I've been with Andy for 5 years. Hey, my man in the gray shirt, you better not be yawning back there. I seen you. Don't you do that to me again, son. I seen it. Ming, ming. Hey, love you, dude. But I want you guys to follow me on Instagram because I'm going to tell you this. The final thing that you're going to say is commit to mastery. And you're going to say it in a way that you finally believe. Say commit to mastery. Commit to mastery. That was not it. Say commit to mastery. Commit to mastery. Because you have decisions to make in your life that when you finally commit to mastery, they will be presented to you. You have one or two options. It's simply do it or don't. Say do it or don't.
Do it or don't.
Commit to mastery.
Commit to mastery.
This is my game.
This is my game.
Say it like you mean it. This is my game.
This is my game.
This is my game.
This is my game.
Step on my field. I dare you. Love you guys. I'm out.